Hi Empire Builders, Bill Pitcher here. Want to talk to you today about the 10 ways that I suck at Empire Avenue. Now, this is not one of my joke lists. That'll be a relief for some of you that so admire my sense of humor. And this is not me really getting down on myself. This is me wanting to provide some food for thought or advice on some areas that I don't do the best job at myself. And I think we should always be careful about providing advice on areas where we don't excel at them personally. So by talking about my approach or my challenges in a particular area, maybe it'd be helpful in ways you can think about improving your own time on Empire Avenue and then therefore your own success. So let's get down to the list. The first way that I suck at Empire Avenue is that I suck all around at Flickr. First, I just don't take enough interesting photos. I will take my camera with me and not take pictures when I should, including pictures that would be great pictures. So I really want Empire Avenue to provide me with the incentive to do a better job at that, and I just have to get in the habit of it. But, there's something much simpler that I can do on Flickr that I don't do a very good job at. And that's that I need to view other, my contacts, my friends on Empire Avenue. I need to view their pictures more, and I need to comment on them more. Now, commenting on them is doing a favor for your friends. And that's always a good thing, but hopefully it has some positive benefit for you, because hopefully they'll come back and comment on any pictures that you have on Flickr. Now, I'm a great believer in, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and some people would, talk about karma, that good stuff will come back to you. Whenever you reach out and help other people with their activity scores and connection scores, you're hoping they'll do the same for you. Not everybody will, but I believe a certain percentage will. And if enough people do, and if you reach out enough, that's going to help you with your scores and your influence on Empire Avenue. So the second way that I suck at Empire Avenue is that I suck at retweeting. And this is especially bad for me because so many people retweet my content on Twitter. And so I have to do a better job at this. Most of the time it's just kind of forgetfulness. I'll see a good post and read it, and after getting the tweet, and I just don't think about retweeting it. And then later I see somebody retweet it and I kind of go, oh, I should have done that. And it seems like, oh, I don't want to do it just after they did it. But I got to remember that I have followers that other people won't have, and vice versa. And, again, it's a great way to be supportive. And I believe that, people remember those sorts of things, even if not sort of explicitly. They just remember that you're somebody that's supportive of them when they're making a decision of how many shares of yours to buy. So I need to retweet more, and it's something for us all to keep in mind. The third way that I suck at Empire Avenue is that I suck at non-forced conversation on Facebook. Sometimes I feel like, I'm back in high school trying to talk to that pretty girl. I can small talk you to death in sort of face-to-face situations or even on the telephone. But when it comes to a venue like Facebook, I'm always trying to think of interesting things to say to get my activity up. Now, some people would say, Bill, if you have to think about it, you shouldn't be doing it. Are you just adding clutter? Are you're only doing it because of Empire Avenue? Let me confess right now, the posting that I've been doing to Facebook has been because of Empire Avenue. But I try to make it that anything that I do on Facebook have value. And I view that I've actually, sort of reconnected more with old friends and things because Empire Avenue sort of forced me to overcome some of that, gee, what do I talk about? One of the things that I try to do is think about, good questions, share, if I'm sort of debating something, for those that do follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I've sort of gone through this whole thing about whether to get my mom an iPad or a Kindle. So I sort of shared that debate and how that played out. Got some good feedback in making that decision. So, generally I feel that I suck at Facebook, but by doing it more and more, I think I'm getting better at it. So the next way that I suck is that I suck at generating lots of comments on the content that I produce. Now, I don't want to take anything away from the people that comment, some of them quite regularly on the Empire Building Network and on things that I post on Facebook or on Empire Avenue or even Twitter. But I notice that other people can, say something that just generates a lot more remarks. And I try to do things to encourage that dialogue more. So you'll quite typically see me with a blog post at the end of it, ask questions, give people something they can comment on. And I hope that through doing some of those, we've generated some of the dialogue that we have. But, whether it's I'm not funny enough or not provocative enough, other people are just way more successful at it. My tip here is to look at what those folks are doing if you're trying to generate responses, because on something like Facebook, you actually get Empire Avenue credit for having lots of comments on things that you say. So it really is a worthwhile exercise to take a look at. And hopefully I'll, continue to get better at it. But for the most part, I suck. Okay, next. I suck at using the Empire Avenue communities. Now, I don't think that Empire Avenue has made communities work nearly as effectively as they could. They would probably agree that they've got a lot more work to do. We have to remember, it's a somewhat newer feature. They only introduced communities, I think, back in June. So there's definitely more that can be done to make them more effective. They've made improvements. But regardless of that, there are other people that use communities way better than I do. We say the king of that is John Moore with all the members that he has on his. But, I've got not a private community, but I've got an Empire Building community, and I don't even go in there that often myself to comment. I think the key with communities, and something that I need to do a better job at, is decide strategically how you want to use them. Come up with a specific goal, a specific objective, and if you can do that and really focus on meeting that objective, you'll be more effective with communities. I do believe they can provide value if used correctly, and certainly those people that are using them correctly are seeing value. So give them a look, and I'll work at doing a better job, but at the moment I suck at it.